time I had one stored up, and it's finally time to open this thing up and see what's inside. Personally, I have not actually owned a SNES, so this is very new to me. The closest thing I have is the new 3DS XL, the SNES version of that. So I'm very excited to get my hands on one of these things finally. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. And see what you get when you pull it straight out of the package. And there's a nice little instruction manual right there. So let's go and see. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of info it looks like right here. You guys can see that. That's pretty darn typical for Nintendo. And then we get right into it, it actually looks like, because right here we have the controllers, and one decided to fall out as I'm taking it out. But those are actual full-size controllers, and trust me, when you start actually messing with them, they feel pretty solid and nicely wrapped in the little blue lining right there. And got another one right here. It's still wrapped up and ready to go. And they look identical, so nothing fancy. They do look identical to the other one, so no one gets a little jealous they got a special color or anything. Looks like right here we're gonna have our little power adapter, little power brick. Honestly, from the NES Classic that I have, you don't need this thing, so I honestly just keep it in the box because it's just like a paperweight. You can plug your USB into the TV if you really wanted to. Underneath we actually have a USB micro adapter right here for the power supply, it looks like, which is really nice. And it's a pretty long cable too, so you will not be skimped out on any distance trying to reach your console wherever the heck you put it. And underneath you have your HDMI cable, which none of these games were really meant to have because they're all 16-bit games, but they're all remastered now, so HDMI, way to go. Nintendo's stepping their game up and actually going 1080 on this. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get this thing actually out and see the console. Alright guys, so look at that. You have a beautiful console here that feels very small. I can actually fit it in my hand. It is not overlapping and I can actually hold it. It is very tiny. You got your little power buttons right here, and then you got your reset button. Trust me, I used to use the reset button on the NES all the time. So I bet you'll be doing the same thing on the Super NES. But all around you got a little bit of a HDMI slot on the back, and then you have your power supply via the micro USB. Nintendo pretty much knocks it out of the park. So